Hello, welcome to New York. Just some pictures here I took over the Madison Square Garden, which is next to Mahonican Train Hall, which is where I'm gonna go now. There is train here going from New York to Buffalo, and I'm gonna be traveling on. Here is from inside the Mahonican Train Hall, which is located inside an old post office building above the Penn Station Central, and is where you wait for taking the Amtrak trains. There are some stores, very expensive, and things like that. Here we are. Now we're going to leave New York. And the seats, you have a seat back pocket, decent leg room, not all that good. Some plug sockets, 2 for each, and 1 for each seat. So the one sitting next to you in the aisle have to have a cable over your legs. Plenty of luggage space in the overhead compartments. And here we are leaving Penn Station. And I always thought that you would leave in towards the like north, crossing over to sort of Brooklyn, but apparently you're not. So I discovered later that you're actually heading towards the Hudson River and going along the river there. Passing some Metro North trains. No, it's Metro North? No, it's not Metro North. It's Long Island Railroad. Metro North is leaving from Grand Central Station. It's a big station, this. Completely underground, and you have the new Hudson Yard development above this. There's a car there, or truck. This is the route we're gonna take from New York Penn Station over to Buffalo Exchange Station. And you can see it's not a very direct route. Actually 439 miles or 706 kilometers. Which is estimated to take about 8 hours and 15 minutes. It actually took close to 9 hours because we were stuck behind a freight train. And here we are, and of course I was sitting on the wrong side of the train. It was completely full to the last seat in the beginning of the journey here. They were keep calling out that no bags on the seats, that you have to put them in the overhead compartment or in front of you. Because the train was absolutely packed to the last seat, which is kind of positive that people here in the US actually take the train. Are we coming in another part here of the New York? Going very slowly. We are about to enter our first stop, I think. And towards the other side, that's the sun, is the Hudson River. We're gonna get a glimpse of it later on. Right there on the other side of the window where you can't see anything because the sun is shining very brightly. And here you can see the seats, big, fluffy, not fluffy, but comfortable seats actually. A later train journey I took, I actually got a good night's sleep. Here we are in Yonkers, New York. You see in the picture there where we are, it's on the Bronx side of the part of New York. I think it's some sort of shopping mall there. I can say that the journey was surprisingly smooth. But as you can also see, there's some more greenery. There was a lot of greenery. Yeah, there you see the Hudson River. And I was filming it and a train comes the other opposite direction, of course. But we got a little bit of a glimpse on it. Here we're entering Poughkeepsie. We're standing for a while. This is the last stop for the Metro North commuter service. You can see a Metro North train there on the other side. After this, it's just Amtrak and freight trains. I was going to say before that the windows is pretty small on these trains. You can see it on the other train there. It's similar cars, based on a similar. And also there was slopey pretty much on the inside, so you can't really put your arm up or anything like that. But it really didn't matter because the seats were wide and comfortable and you could rest easy. Weight was needed on this close to 9-hour journey. And we live in Poughkeepsie, saying goodbye to Metro North Railroad. Everything is being pulled by diesel, at least up to here. Up to here. There are parts of the Metro North Railroad that is electrified, but not all the way. The trains up to Poughkeepsie and further on have to be pulled by diesel trains. Here we are arriving in Rhinecliff, New York. Small town along the Hudson River. We're arriving into Hudson, New York. Really nice little station building there. Oh yeah, we have left. I didn't really film anything between these two towns. I was busy talking to a person next to me. Had a really nice conversation. Was a nice guy. And this is, as I said, Rensselaer that we're leaving now. So we did not teleport between Hudson and Rensselaer. Big parking lot here. Shows that people are going by car to take the train. Well, at least they don't go by car the whole way. And here we're also seeing some Northern Pacific train cars, like a dome car. Actually ridden on one of these in when I was in Canada many years ago. Really cool to be able to sit up there and see the train in front of you. And a Pullman coach actually was on one of those as well. here we are crossing the Hudson River. On a steel truss bridge. You can see a picture of the actual bridge there up in the corner. And after this we basically leave the Hudson behind us and head in towards the inner of New York State. Say goodbye to the Hudson River. And we were doing pretty good speed here, actually up to around 75 miles an hour, or close to 120 kilometers an hour. Well, here we are in Schenectady, however, Schenectady, I think it's Schenectady, in upstate New York. The train station is elevated above the streets. Looking down, it looks like a nice main street down there, small town. As I said, the maximum speed of this train is 125 kilometers an hour. Which here in the States are considered, well, normal, but in Europe that we consider pretty slow. We're not going to blame them. And here we are arriving in Amsterdam. Amsterdam? Thought we were in Amsterdam, New York. Yeah, we haven't gone back to Europe. Even though it looks a little bit Northern European here. Definitely not like Amsterdam, because Amsterdam is pretty flat and a very big city. This is a pretty small city. And also the actual station here, it was not... I would have passed through the actual town, and the station is quite a long way outside of town. And then there's a bus connecting it. Something sign? There's another one. They're like a dirt road, and they're making. Is it for the train passengers? They have like ad boards for cars for the train passengers. Hey, why be stuck on this train when you can take a car instead? Well, I'm kind of stuck on the train because I don't want to take a car. Hey, we are arriving in Utica. Another nice train parked up here. Amtraks Scenic Railroad. I think that it was some kind of heritage railroad or something like that you could take from here. I'm not sure. We are arriving in Syracuse. The platform was on the other side of the train. Trying to get a little bit of a view over it. There is just the trees as we're leaving. Big overpass there. There's a lot of towns here influenced by Europe. You have Amsterdam, you have Syracuse, you have Utica. Utica, is that in Europe? I'm not sure. But we're also going to pass through a town. We're not stopping there, but we're going to pass through Rome as well. Here as we leave between Syracuse and Rochester, which will be our next stop. I wonder if there have been train tracks going over that bridge. It looks a little bit worn. It does look like there were train tracks there at some point. And also after a long while we arrive in Rochester. Here you can see that seems to be doing pretty good speed, but we were actually about 35 to 40 minutes late at this time due to being stuck behind a broken freight train. So it took us quite a while to get there. CSX. That is the problem with rail in the US, that even though the passenger rail actually do have a right of way, according to the law, the freight trains still pretty much do whatever they want, and if there is a stuck freight train ahead of you, not much you can do. When we arrived in Rochester, there was also a huge confusion among passengers, because if you heard it in the background, the announcer is saying that all doors are open on the train, but it turns out that all doors were not opening, and people were standing at the doors waiting for them to open, and then the train actually started moving a little bit before all the passengers had gotten off, and people started screaming and even started banging on the doors to get out, and the train stopped again in order for, and then they had to run to the doors that were actually open. Is it Rochester or Rochester? I really don't know. And here we are, finally leaving Rochester after all this confusion with which doors were going to be open or not. But all passengers got off and all passengers got on, at least as far as I know. And our next stop is Buffalo Exchange, where this train terminates. Not this train terminates, it goes up to Niagara Falls. I mean, even Toronto maybe. But I'm getting off in here. Our journey ends in Buffalo Exchange, in the center of Buffalo. And there you see the tallest building in Rochester. As we're passing over a small river and on a bridge that looks like in dire need of repairs. And it's time for the toilet check. And just this toilet that were in our car that I went to was not a very nice experience. To be fair, this was at basically the end of journey after Rochester, so we had been on the train for close to well, over 8 hours. But some people didn't listen there. Put some things. Hello. In the toilet. And there's a trash can, and here we are passing a freight train that took a long time to go through. I think it was close to 2 minutes. The whole train. And there we go. Finally the train has passed. And we are once again stuck behind this freight train. And after probably like close to 20 minutes, we were allowed to start moving again. Took quite a while. This was just outside of Buffalo where we got we were standing like that. Here we are in exchange, leaving the train. A nice train journey, comfortable seats, pretty smooth ride, even though we were a little bit late. But for US trains, not so bad. Welcome to Buffalo. And here we see the train leaving on its way up to Canada, in Toronto. So have a nice day, and thanks for joining me on this journey. There will be more flights, planes, trains, and hotels. Hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you want to see more, and have a nice day.